So I didn't film a video last week to you. I was going to yesterday, which was Thursday, already late. But then it was so beautiful that I went and raked a bunch of our yard and raked out some of my gardens. And I'll make sure to show you a little bit of what I did. It doesn't look like incredible, but it was just so nice to get outside. And I'm so sore from raking. I feel like my muscles are not used to doing things really. Yeah, so that's what I did. But I also decided that like the consequences for myself of me not doing what I was supposed to was that I would start filming a vlog for this coming week. So I filmed a little bit of the cleanup and it started raining, so we had to stop. So I didn't like film the finished product yet because I didn't want my camera to get wet, but I'm gonna go out probably like after this and just show you what the gardens look like. And then I'm gonna come back in, and we have been without propane, like gas to cook in our cook stove. It's the only thing in our house that we use propane for anymore, just for cooking. And it ran out, and we just were kind of busy, and we don't, especially this time of year, we don't like desperately need the regular cook stove. Like we have a little like toaster oven, we have an Instant Pot, we have rice cooker, so like we can get by. And I have like a single hot plate burner, and it's just the two of us, so it's really not a big deal for us to not have the big stove. Obviously in the summer when I'm canning and stuff, that's a completely different situation. But in like the winter when we're just eating regular food, it's not a big deal. But I haven't been able to bake because of that. And sorry, there's a cat hair on my face. I bet you can guess where it came from. Yeah, the gas guy came yesterday. It was kind of an ordeal. It ended up everything being fine. We just were like, it was just a whole thing. It's not even worth talking about. It's so boring. But the stove is working, and so I want to bake something, because that's kind of the one, like the other thing that, like, we have a little, it's like one of those convection air fryer little ovens, but you can't really bake anything big necessarily. And I'm not that good at it because you have to adjust, you have to adjust the temperature to cook in it. And I'm not very good at it, but I have some plums that are very ripe, and I found this recipe for their like plum and oat bars. Like they're kind of like a jammy bar with an oat crumbly top, and I've never made this recipe, but it looked really good. So if it turns out good, I'll make sure to link it below this video. But I think that's what I'm gonna do for the afternoon. It's very cold today. The weather's insane. Yesterday the high was in the 60s. Today the high is in the 30s. But it's beautifully sunny, which I don't know about you guys, but it always puts me in a better mood when the sun is out. And so I think it'll just be fun to bake these little jam bars. And then I have been working on my Trail Magic socks. I finished the first one, and so maybe I don't know, it's getting kind of late. It's already after 2, but maybe I'll have time to do some knitting like while my things are baking. And then I want to make a kind of like, I'm not following a recipe, I'm just gonna make it up, but like a Mexican inspired casserole for dinner. We went to essentially our equivalent of Costco. I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago, but we bought a bunch of stuff. I got some like really, I've eaten a lot of things, like we got good fresh things like produce, but we bought 2 giant bags of shredded Mexican cheese. It was an absurd amount of cheese. We bought it just because we were out. Like, it's something we eat kind of regularly, but it was such a huge quantity. So now it's like every single meal has to incorporate Mexican cheese into it, which, I mean, there's worse things in life, but I have been trying to get creative to use it. So that's part of why the Mexican casserole. But I have some over there. I have some ground beef thawing, some sweet corn I froze. I'm going to put a can of chili beans in, some rice. I'm going to make some rice. My little friend, he's been really, there's like a spot of sun right there on the floor, and he keeps laying in it. Phini's in her room eating. And that's it. That's all I have for today. I guess I'll just go now. Otherwise, it's just cuddles. Cuddle time. Hi everybody. So I just got back from a Phini walk, and so she's in her room resting now. I was gonna film. I filmed a little bit so you could just see what the woods is looking like, but I was gonna film chatty stuff out there, but it was way too windy. Yeah, it's just really windy today. It is so beautiful out. It's like at least, I don't know exactly the temperature, but at least 65 degrees out. It was sunny. I think there is some rain coming. But when I got back, there was a box in the mailbox, and I'm pretty sure it's from one of you. And I realize now that we didn't discuss if I should say your name, so I won't, but I'll just use your initial M, and I know you know who you are. So I just want to thank you for sending me this. I don't know what's in the box yet, but I thought I would open it on camera as a little thank you, because it always like blows me away and shocks me when somebody wants to send me something, or like when you guys buy my patterns on my pattern wish list, or like the huge outpouring of support you've all shown on Patreon. I see other YouTubers say things like this, or I have over the years, and I feel like until you experience it, you really don't like truly understand what that feels like, that there are people in the world who want to support you, and like in like a very real, tangible way. It just feels so like surreal, and kind of like, for me at least, like I'm able to do what I love and live my dream, and like we keep getting closer and closer to where that's more of a reality. Like already now, through your financial support, be that like from ad revenue or now the Patreon, or you know, all anything really like that, I am able to completely like pretty much fund the YouTube channel. Like all of my knitting projects and stuff are funded by the channel, which is insane. But it has allowed me to obviously increase my budget for my projects, and that's great. But also I just, you know, I get to do what I love, and I get to spend more time doing what I love. So anyway, that's a big thank you to everyone who's ever supported me in any way, but also, like I said, to those of you who have gone above and beyond as well. And so I'll open this little box. I'm not going to show you the box, obviously, because it has, well, I can show you like this. It has personal information on it, but it's so cutely wrapped. I'm nervous. This always makes me nervous, but this is just so sweet. There's a little card, so I'm going to read that now. I'm not going to read it out loud. Oh my gosh, it's full of the cutest stickers. Anyway, this is the cutest card. That's what the card looks like. But there are the cutest stickers in here. This one says always growing. That is so cute. The happy little pot. This is so cute too. It says, oops, my face is in the way. Oh, there it is. It says kind of a witch. That's really just adorable. It's little mushrooms. This is so cute. It's an apple with a face. That was insane. I pushed it too far. And then this is, I have known about Stay Home Club for like a really long time. Like I want to say maybe even since they opened, but I didn't realize that they were a Canadian company. This person is from Canada, and she says that, yeah, Stay Home Club is located in Montreal, and I feel like I didn't know that, so I feel a little silly for not knowing that. Oh my god, this is so cute. I feel like M, who sent this, really gets me as a person. So these are the cutest stitch markers and progress keeper pretty much ever. This little crystal and the little moon. Oh my god, this is such a thoughtful gift, and yeah, it just feels, I feel so seen. It's a lot. This is hilarious though. I'm like feeling emotional, but then this is so funny that it's just cracking me up. So it's a sticker sheet, but they're medieval cats. But I don't know if you've seen like any of the like, it's like marginalia, right? That's what it's called, like around the edges of medieval manuscripts, and how like insane the animals look, and the cats are always especially entertaining, and these are hilarious, and I love that they have really funny names. Oh my god, they're real cats. So this is so cute. I just feel like I didn't read about this in the card. I only skimmed in the card, but I don't know if she mentions the stickers, or if I feel like I get nervous reading on camera. I will also make sure she's listed the names of the businesses, so I'll make sure to list them all so you guys can go check them out too. But anyway, this says they're drawn by Clarice Tudor, and the cats are like her Patreon members' cats, and she's drawn them in the style of like the medieval style cats, which I think is so cute and absolutely hilarious. But anyway, on to other things. Oh my god, there's beautiful yarn in here. My goodness. Oh, this is so beautiful. And so here's the yarn. This is from Biscotte. My French is worse than bad, but I'm gonna guess there. It is this beautiful red, and it is a sock base, but there's 2 of them, so I could make something bigger than that. This is so generous. But she said that, yeah, the color name is Phoenix of this, so she said it was meant to be, and I agree. So there is a tea, this beautiful tea, and it says it's a tisane, so I imagine that it is like a herbal tea. Let's see. Is it sealed? Oh my god, it looks so good. Oh, it's beautiful. So I don't know if you can see in there. Maybe I hit my face. So I can see and smell just by looking that there is lavender, what looks like butterfly pea flowers. I can't really identify anything else. It looks like maybe a mint or a lemongrass, but once I make it, I'll be able to tell. Oh, it smells divine. And so that is from, let's see, where'd the card go? That is from, so Chai. This is a local shop to her, and so is the yarn. But like I said, I'll link every single thing that I can. And then there is a book. This is like such a dream gift. She says that this is a book that she loves and that she revisits. Oh, and it looks so beautiful. Let's see if you can see. It's called Embers. And beautiful bookmark from Stay Home Club. Gorgeous. I've really gotten into bookmarks lately. I used to be a very bad page corner folder, dog ear maker, but I've been really into bookmarks lately. So this is a carefully curated selection of meditations. Richard Wagamese, I hope, found lessons in both the mundane and sublime as he mused on the universe, drawing inspiration from working in the bush, sawing and cutting and stacking wood for winter, as well as the smudge ceremony to bring him closer to Creator. Perhaps his most personal volume, honest and evocative, he explores various manifestations of stillness, harmony, trust, reverence, gratitude, and joy. So this looks incredible. Oh, it's so beautiful. There's beautiful, beautiful photographs. She mentions that she goes back to the book multiple times per year, and I can totally see that as well, where you could just pick it up and read a little bit, and I'm sure there's things that you can reread and find, you know, inspiring and moving again and again. That's a beautiful, special gift. And then the last item, which was first on the list, and it just sounded hilarious, and I love it. So she said there's a coffee company near her that is called Happy Goat Coffee, and so she said, obviously, this tote bag had to be mine, which is hilarious and very Phini appropriate. So like, I don't know if you guys know the goats and coffee connection, but the first thing I will say is this like also gives such Caleb vibes because there's the little like, what do you call it? Like bready mocha pot at the bottom. Wow, I'm not doing a good job with this. Can you see that the goat is standing on that? And that's how Caleb likes to make espresso. Caleb drinks a ton of coffee. I have kicked coffee many years ago, and I had kicked caffeine altogether, but in the last maybe, I want to say like 3 or 4 years, I have started drinking black tea like I think I mentioned that before, pretty aggressively again, but no coffee. But this is just the cutest thing I've ever seen. But anyway, I was gonna go on a little tangent of the goat and coffee connection, I guess, which is that and of course I don't know the truth of this, but I've been told this many times. I read a book somewhat recently that I'm sure I told you guys about, the Hayunam Dong bookshop, and she talks about this, but there's this like tale or story that goats discovered coffee, and that there was like a shepherd or a goat herd, and he was going through the jungle with his goats, and they started acting like really full of energy and silly and crazy, and he didn't know why. And then he realized they were eating these beans, and so then they were coffee beans. And so again, I don't know how much truth is in that story, but it is like a tale involving goats. When things are goat related, people bring them to me, I guess. And also they sort of come to me, like, I feel like randomly enough, so often when I'm reading, like reading a fiction book, I will somehow find a goat reference in it. Like, yeah, that the Hayunam Dong bookshop is an example of that, where like, why would goats be in that? It's about a bookshop and a coffee shop. Of course, the coffee connection. And then also A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping has a goat related thing in it, which is, it's like not part of, like, it's not like I pick up a book and says like about goats or like the goat story. It'll be like a completely unrelated story that somehow finds its way to me but has a goat reference. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure to extend my gratitude. This was so generous, and again, I just feel so seen. It's yeah, it's really special to me. I don't want to sound pathetic, but like, I do struggle with making friends and meeting people, and like knowing how to find my people. I'm like, obviously I have friends, but it is a struggle of mine. And so I feel so grateful that so many of you are like my virtual friends, and that you guys see me for who I am and relate and understand and like it. It means a lot to me. So thank you all so much. And thank you so much to Em for sending me this. It's just a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous gift. So thank you. Yeah, I think now, like I said, Phini is resting. I did really want to go take my spinning wheel onto my deck and do some spinning, but like I said, it's super, super windy out. There is a storm coming too, so I don't know if it's gonna rain. So I might just go work on, you've been seeing me work on my Trail Magic socks, and I'm really close to finishing them, so maybe I'll just go work on those, because now I am on to, how would you say it, the third or final color work band. And so if I could knock that out this afternoon, then I could maybe finish the sock tonight. Sometimes when I do these like cozy vlogs, I'm like, my life is not super exciting, so there's not a lot to show, but this was exciting. It was so like perfect timing too. Like, it's so exciting, you know, because I don't like go anywhere. Like, I don't go to the office or to a job or whatever, but if I go on a walk and then I come back to the house, it's like leaving the house. And so it's exciting to go out and come back and there's a surprise. Hello again. So I was editing this video that you're watching, and I realized that I didn't say goodbye. So I thought I would show you just like two final things and then we can part ways. So the first thing is that last night I finally finished my Trail Magic socks. So here they are. And they're obviously unblocked. They look a little silly and like wobbly, but that's just because the cable's shrinking. once they're blocked. I think they're gonna look really cute. And I will talk more about them in my next podcast, which I think is gonna be coming in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm not totally sure yet, but either like in the next 3 weeks, it will come. And so they're done. I'm really excited. I was like really needing the satisfaction of finishing something. So I'm happy I powered through and finished these. And I just think they're so springy and cute and perfect for Easter. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was I have been reading this book, and like you saw some of me reading it, but it's called Almost Life. And I got this from Book of the Month, and I think it was an early release. It might be out now. I can look that up. Yes, it came out on the 24th of March, so it's out now. You can buy it. But this book is destroying me. So I think I mentioned, now I don't remember if I mentioned it in a video, but I said I was wanting to read this because it felt like summery, maybe springy, but it's just like so much more than I could have ever expected. I don't know, I'm kind of surprised, I guess, by how much I like it. Like, it's blown me away. The writing is beautiful. The honesty of it, I feel like, is very, it just feels very true and very real. Yeah, I highly recommend. I will, again, talk about it more in my podcast whenever the next one comes, but I thought I'd just mention it in this blog because this is like wrecking me. Like, I have been crying every day reading this. So yeah, I guess that's the one trigger warning, is it's not necessarily sad in like the way that you might think something is sad, but it is this like, it brings up like the ideas of like mortality and paths not taken and yearning and wishing for other things, but also sort of the impossibility of life. And yeah, I don't know. It also I would say like it handles some, you know, it's got difficult topics. Like there's definitely talks of like lots of addiction. It's a queer story, so keep that in mind. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautifully well written. I think you will like it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much where I'm going to end things. The one thing I will also bring up is that YouTube kindly reminded me that it's my 2-year anniversary on YouTube. I think that it was sometime in April. I could look up the date, but I didn't. So I don't really have anything planned, but I was thinking if you guys would like, we could do a Q&A. I haven't done a Q&A in a really long time. I haven't done like an introduction video, and I know there's obviously a lot of new people here since the last time I did one of those. I think it's been over a year. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comments of this video, or I will also put up a community post where you can leave them. Hopefully I will remember to do that. But yeah, so if there's anything that you're curious about, you'd like me to talk about, I will try to cover all of them. And of course you can go, I think there's 2 other Q&As somewhere on the channel. You can go look at them. And I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I feel like it was a little all over the place, but it's just been kind of spring vibes around here, trying to enjoy the moments we can be outside. It's been raining. I'm looking at it now. It's been raining for like 3 or 4 days straight now. So, you know, it's just finding the gaps in the weather to enjoy outside. At least it's warm. That's pretty much all I ask for. I don't care if it's wet. So yeah, if you're looking for me elsewhere, I'm on Ravelry, I'm on Goodreads, I'm on Instagram, and you can find all those links down below. I will try to link everything I mentioned down below if I can. Sometimes I don't have time to do that right away, but I will later. You can obviously always reach out to me via email or Instagram direct message if you're needing something, wanting to ask me a question. I'm usually a little bit faster responding there. I also now have a Patreon, and so many of you have joined me over there, which is just insane. And so more stuff will be coming to that soon. I think I want to make some, I know we can have group chats on there, so I think I want to make 1 or 2 of those. So keep your eyes out for that if you're a member over there. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for checking out me anywhere that you can find me, and we'll talk really soon. Bye.